Have you ever had someone who just drains your energy? Maybe a colleague who's always complaining, a friend who's never supportive, or even a family member who makes you feel less about yourself. In today's video, we're diving into how to handle toxic people and protect your energy. Before we learn to deal with them, let's first define what a toxic person is. Toxic people are individuals who, through their behavior, words, or attitudes, negatively impact others. They might be passive-aggressive, overly critical, or simply dismissive. Their goal, whether they realize it or not, is to pull others into their negativity. Let's look a little deeper at some of these characteristics. First, they have a tendency to play the victim. Nothing is ever their fault, and they often twist situations to make themselves appear like they've been wronged. This can make you feel guilty or obligated to help them, even when it's not your responsibility. Next, they may be master manipulators. They know exactly how to push your buttons, using guilt-tripping or emotional blackmail to get their way. And, of course, they're often highly critical. A toxic person will make you feel that your efforts are never enough. They might disguise their criticisms as helpful advice, but you always leave feeling deflated instead of encouraged. The most effective way to handle toxic people is by setting firm boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible walls that keep your peace intact. Without boundaries, toxic people can easily invade your space and manipulate your emotions. Imagine a toxic person as someone who's constantly trying to overstep. If you don't have your boundaries set, they'll take advantage of every opportunity to cross that line. Tips for setting boundaries. Be clear and direct. The key is to use I statements to express your needs. For example, if someone is speaking to you in a condescending manner, calmly say, "I don't appreciate being spoken to this way. Let's communicate respectfully." You don't have to over-explain. Keep it simple and firm. Limit interactions. Sometimes, you can't fully cut someone out, especially if they're a colleague or family member. In these cases, minimize the time you spend with them. If they're a co-worker, communicate primarily through email instead of face-to-face. If they're a family member, keep conversations short and to the point. Learn to say no. It's okay to say no without explaining yourself. A simple no, "I'm not comfortable with that," is enough. Toxic people often prey on those who feel obligated to say yes out of politeness. But remember, saying no doesn't make you rude, it makes you self-respecting. Sometimes, the best way to protect your energy is to emotionally detach from the situation. Detachment doesn't mean you stop carrying it. It means you stop letting their actions control your emotions. It's about taking a step back and realizing that you have the power to choose your reactions. Shift your focus. Instead of reacting to their behavior, focus on how you respond. Take deep breaths, and remind yourself that their behavior is a reflection of them, not you. Reframe your mindset to see them as just a person, not a source of emotional control over you. Practice emotional neutrality. When a toxic person tries to provoke you, imagine that their words are just noise. Don't take it personally, let it pass. Like a radio station you're not tuned into. Remember, their drama is not yours to absorb. Develop a support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and remind you of your worth. Having a positive circle can help you stay grounded, even when a toxic person is trying to pull you down. Remember, handling toxic people is all about taking control of your own energy. You can't change who they are, but you can change how you respond to them. Setting boundaries, recognizing their behavior, and emotionally detaching are all tools that will help you protect your peace and happiness. Don't be afraid to put your well-being first, even if it means making some difficult decisions. If this video helped you, please consider hitting the like button, and make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this. I want to hear your thoughts. Have you had to deal with a toxic person in your life? How did you handle it? Drop your stories in the comments below. I read each one and respond to as many as I can.